no one told me that when you're pregnant your ribs hurt. Why does my rib hurt? So it's been a while. Where do I start, right? So this video is going to be about my third trimester pregnancy symptoms and a little bit of what has been happening. So for the past 2 weeks or so, a week straight, I was feeling unwell. Oh, before I even get into that, and this morning I had my antenatal follow-up appointment and I woke up with this burst of energy. I got my anti-D shot. Yeah, that's because I have a rhesus negative on my blood. So for women, so for those of you who've been pregnant and you've had a negative blood type, a rhesus negative on your blood, then you know you'd have gotten an anti-D or an anti-D injection, so that when you have your second child, if you're going to have one, I believe, that your body doesn't attack the child as a foreign body and get rid of it. Basically, that's what I understood it to be. So after taking that anti-D injection, like for a week, I was feeling like mild fever on and off, all sorts of aches and pain. I was extremely exhausted. I felt like a zombie, guys. I was so tired. I could barely do anything. I got up to say, okay, I'm gonna do cleaning. I found that I couldn't. So I could only do little bits, Get up, make my bed, sweep, wipe a bit. But I've been wanting to do that deep declutter, and I haven't done it yet. Because I was thinking to get a lady to come in and help me, pay her, of course, a cleaner, to come and help me. I live in a shared space, yes? So I have a double bedroom. So, of course, I have 2 large closets, double closets, from ceiling to floor. But I'm a woman, so we store lots of things. So I also have things under the bed, like picnic chairs and large umbrellas. And when I got this room painted, so I have paint there, like winter shoes, just stuff. Some of the things, to be honest, I don't even remember what they are at this moment. My school bag, books, stuff like that. So I need to get that. Guys, I'm rambling because I haven't been on here for a long while. Right, so I'm just giving you a little background as to what has been happening. So anyway, went to the hospital one night because I was having fever. About 11 p.m. the hospital, and the hospital said I should come in. So went in, checked my urine, everything. Guys, it turned out that I was just extremely dehydrated. Can you imagine? I was extremely dehydrated. That was a week ago when I went into maternity triage 11 p.m. that night. So I said, okay, well, no matter what, it doesn't matter how it makes me feel, I'm going to have to just drink a lot. So I'm happy to announce that within a week, I'm fine. I just went to my antenatal midwife checkup appointment, follow-up appointment, and I am fine. My urine is back to being normal. There was also a little scare of UTI. My consultant thought I had a mild UTI because they found something called leukocytes in my urine. So she gave me antibiotics. I'm thinking she should have waited until they were sure. So they sent my urine to the lab to be tested. And when the results came back, I didn't have a UTI, guys. I was just extremely exhausted. I just needed to drink water. So I'm on medication. I'm on iron because I'm extremely anemic. They said though, that's a fact. So I'm on iron tablets. It's called ferrous sulfate. Let me show you. Ferrous sulfate tablets. I also have the plant-based one. If you can see that there. It's iron. Iron folate. It's plants, leaves. So it's plant-based. So that's iron folate, the natural iron. I'm going to be making that in teas. I make sure to speak to the consultant about that also. And she said, yes, I can take it. It won't affect me negatively, just that it doesn't have the amount of iron that I need to build up before baby gets there. She's like, remember, you're going to need lots of energy. You don't know how long your labor will be and stuff like that. So you need to be strong and, energetic so you can, so this process can be easier on you and also on baby. It did turn out that I'm extremely anemic, so I'm trying to do things. I'm drinking smoothies with avocado and spinach and stuff like that. Initially I was eating like liver and things like that because I'm Jamaican and I like it. Then I learned I should not eat liver, so I just stopped doing that, you know. No other doctor updates. So yesterday I wasn't feeling my best. I was having pelvic pain, back pain, even my cheeks were hurting. I'm like, no, I can't do this. So my third trimester, that's how it has been going, and I have a few symptoms that I'd like to share with you that I have been going through. And I'm not complaining, I'm just stating what the facts are. I do understand and appreciate that a lot of women go through a lot worse than I have. As a matter of fact, when I went to maternity triage that night, 11 p.m., not only because of the mild fever, but because I vomited back to back 2 days straight, which is very unusual for my pregnancy. Because before I vomited those 2 days, I only vomited 2 days prior to that in 7 months. And when I'm feeling unwell, I'm saying, God, you know me. So you know I wouldn't be able to manage vomiting daily. I just couldn't manage it. And it made me feel such empathy for ladies who goes through that every single day of their pregnancy, you know. My third trimester, symptoms that I experienced: indigestion. I remember some nights I couldn't sleep. If I eat, even if it's small portions, it would feel like I want to burp, but I'm not burping. It says that the food wants to come up back. It was awful. I can't sleep flat anymore, of course. I sleep on 3 pillows, one in between my leg, plus one at my back. Turning is hard. Turning, ladies, and for the men that's watching this, just to turn in bed has become a task. Just to get off the bed has become a task for me. So I was feeling really tired because at one point I was getting up so often at night to urinate, and it wouldn't be a lot. But now it has changed. I get up less often, but the urine flow is more. I appreciate that. So when I am at home, I get to rest in the days, and when I'm sleeping at night, I get to rest now. At least I have some sort of an undisturbed sleep in a sense. But I guess the baby is preparing. God, you know, prepares our body for what is to come. Because of course when the baby is here, you know how the sleepless night would go. So I guess that was just practice. Yes, so the indigestion was horrible for me. And I don't like taking tablets and fake things unnecessarily. So I avoided taking too much of the indigestion tablets. I prefer chewing on a piece of ginger root or so on, you know. Other thing is my appetite. My appetite changed so much, you know. It lessened. So I would eat less food more often, but I'll drink more. It fluctuates. But the worst part about the appetite change, guys, is that sometimes I don't know if I'm hungry. Because usually if you're hungry, right, your palate would say, all right, I feel like having chicken or fish or pasta or vegetable or a sandwich or porridge, I don't know, something. Ackee and saltfish and dumpling and yam and banana. For my Jamaicans, right? But it was just, nothing was coming up. Not until it came and it was in front of me. I opened it and my mind, my palate said, okay, all right, eat the curry chicken. And that's what happened, you know. So that's another issue. Lack of appetite and thirst. I became extremely thirsty. I was drinking. I remember one night though, I did something really bad. I drank 2 liters of Malta. I just had this Malta crave. I just wanted Malta. Just thirsty all the time. Someone said to me that being anemic, extreme thirst comes hand in hand with it. They say it's a symptom of it. I haven't confirmed it with a consultant or anything with my doctor. So yeah, but I think she may be right. I spoke about the tiredness, right? Extreme tiredness. Like I lack motivation. I don't want to do anything. I just want to eat, sleep, shower, and repeat. Eat, sleep, shower, and repeat. I lacked motivation. I was extremely tired and I didn't understand until they tested me and confirmed that I was extremely anemic. That's why I was so tired and lacked motivation. I just had no energy to do anything. Pain, guys, pain. I started feeling like an old lady. So I would start having pain in my hips, pelvic pain, yeah, right under here, my back. Where else would I feel pain? I remember one night I had muscle contraction in my leg, my left leg. And it's the most painful muscle contraction I've ever had in my life. And I'm like, for pregnant ladies who go through this regularly, oh my God, I empathize with you so much. Because that was just one I experienced and it was just too much. Where else do I feel the pain? My back. Hit my rib. Guys, no one told me that when you're pregnant your ribs hurt. Why does my rib hurt? My rib hurt? Where else do I feel pain? Sciatica and sciatica pain. Yes, sciatica pain. That's the worst. But generally though, when I'm at work, I realize I'm not so bothered and I have more energy when I'm at work. I don't know if it's a psychological thing because my mind is saying, well, you're at work, so you know you just have to do. I don't know. But it's only recently I felt nauseous at work. Only recently I felt nauseous at work and my coworker gave me a June plum to eat. And funnily, guys, to be honest, this is a coworker that we don't really get along well. Our personalities clash. I'm more quiet and docile and she's very hyper and she's hyper all the time. So my ears can't manage it because it's too loud for me. It really can't manage it, you know. So she overheard that I wasn't feeling well and I couldn't eat my lunch. And she brought a June plum and she said, here, eat this, take it with salt. I'm like, it's what pregnancy does to you? It's what pregnancy can do? This is someone that we don't really speak. We work well together, yeah, because when it comes to her work, she doesn't play. When it comes to my work, I don't play. So we work very well together, but it's just a personality clash. And I was very grateful. I had to tell her the following day, you know, thank you so much. It was a June plum that made the nausea go away because I don't usually experience nausea or vomiting at work. So what does that not work though is nosebleed if I get hot. Anyway, I'm saying this to say that, you know, sometimes we never know the person who will turn around and have to help us. And I'm like, I'm also glad that I wasn't a bad person to her because maybe she wouldn't have given it to me. She knows it's the noise and the loudness I can't tolerate. She knows that and she can be very aggressive. And so she knows that that is what. It's not that I have a personal problem with her. It's just the pitch. It's always loud. It's always yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I was very, very grateful and so I told her. So when I go back to work and I see her next, I know the drink that she likes. So I'm going to get a few of them, take them to her and tell her thanks again, you know. We should never be too big, guys. Should never be too big to show gratitude. Never be too big to show gratitude and never be too proud. That is what is the moral of what I learned. Never be too proud to accept help. Because if I was not pregnant, I would not have accepted it. But at that moment, I needed it. And the following day, she took tamarind balls for me because it's sour. Because she realizes that in her mind, I guess she's thinking she's had 2 children. So maybe the sourness will help. And it did. Following day, she brought tamarind balls for me, you know. So I'm very appreciative. I'm very grateful. I'm like, it's what pregnancy can do. You can't be an island. You have to accept help from people. You can't be proud, guys. Pride goeth before a fall. I know I went off on a little bit of tangent, but it's a life lesson. Baby is kicking a lot more, a lot more. I don't know if it's a knee or a shoulder. Stick it out here at night, and I rub it. And when I rub it, it moves and it's elsewhere, and I rub it and it goes elsewhere, and I love it. So for me, it's like we're both communicating without words. And I rub it and I rub it. It is mommy. I remember her doing that. Then at night now, it goes down to my pelvic area here. This thing, like it feels like the rhythm of a heartbeat. I'll feel boop boop, boop boop, boop boop, it go down, but it's in a sequence. So I was just at my maternity follow-up appointment. I asked her, like, what could that be? She said, maybe the baby's dancing. She said when she had her eldest daughter, a baby was born, she recognized some patterns in what the baby was doing, and she realized that the baby was dancing. So can you imagine? But I'm happy. It's just up to my rib here. It can be painful. Down here under my pelvis, it's really painful. Oh yes, another pain that I experience right beside my lady bits. If you can feel the bone right beside there. Why do I have pain there? I'm like, okay, I guess things are moving and stretching and, readjusting. Oh my God, babe. Oh my God, guys. But this week, though, Thursday, we're going to be 32 weeks pregnant. So all in all, honestly, I have to say, even I'm telling you these things, I think for me, that my pregnancy has been a really good one. So even I'm telling you these things that I experienced during my third trimester, I am still so very grateful, because it doesn't touch the surface of what a lot of other women experience. Horrible, horrible. Some women have been hospitalized more than once. Some women end up having a lot of infections because that's just what the hormones do to their bodies. Some women end up vomiting all the time. Some women are so swollen, they really can't do anything. They can't breathe. Some women are bedridden. I just empathize, and so I'm just so very, very, very grateful. I'm so very grateful for my pregnancy. Thank you, Heavenly Father, and I'm asking you to just take us through it safely and help us to have a healthy baby, of sound mind, also physically healthy, mentally healthy, because you just never know. Okay, so my skin has changed. My face has gotten dark a little bit, maybe because I'm wearing foundation or I'm in the bright light, so it's not showing as much. But my face has darkened a bit. Under my neck has darkened a bit. Here, my underarm to my boob area here, underarm to my boob area here, my back, my tummy. I'm wearing a tight so I can show you. My tummy has darkened a bit. Yeah, my tummy has darkened a bit. Yeah, and beside my hip area is also darkened. I'm like, whoa, it's interesting, isn't it? But I put my Burt's oil, mama oil, on my tummy every day. I don't know if that is what is helping, or it's my gene, or the stretch marks just aren't ready to come on my tummy. I'm hoping I don't get them, but if I do get them, I'm hoping that I will be able to accept them, as wow, this is your miracle baby that you had. So, I mean, whatever, you understand? Just stretch marks. Right, I was getting short of breath much easier. Like if I would walk from this room to the sitting room, I would start panting. Maybe that was also a part of the dehydration. And nosebleeds. I haven't had a nosebleed in a while, but yesterday I did. I used to get them more regularly, like weekly, then it stopped. And yesterday when I was washing my face, I realized I had a nosebleed. It wasn't bad, but still that happened. And my gums used to bleed more when I would floss, because each time I brush my teeth, I floss. These days, nope, no bleeding. And I'm like, thank God, because there are so many women who lose even their teeth because of vomiting so much and the starch and everything that's happening in their body. Anybody who knows me knows that I love my teeth. I love my smiles. I take care of my mouth, my gums, my tongue, my teeth. I love it. When I go to the dentist, it's almost a waste of money. Even though here I don't pay unless I want to do something extra. You guys, so all in all, I think I've said all or most, because I can't remember everything at the moment. But I think I've said most of the symptoms that I experienced during my third trimester. And you guys, that is how my third trimester of pregnancy has been. It's been a little bit of a roller coaster, but all in all, I am very, very grateful. And guys, as always, I am Dee. As always, guys, we appreciate you liking our videos, sharing our videos, commenting under our videos. You know I love talking to you guys in the comment section. You know it. I don't think there's been one comment that I have not responded to. I don't think so. And if it has happened, forgive me, it is not done on purpose, because I know it's not easy to give your time to someone, give your time to a stranger. You know, you don't have to do it, and yet you keep doing it. Thank you guys for sticking by us, you know. Thank you for watching, sharing, liking. Thank you for subscribing to our channels and always interacting with us. Thank you for your best wishes of us and our baby, you know. I'm just so grateful to have you guys supporting us and our platform. And until next time, the journey continues. Bye, guys.